is Mick Jenkins coming from the south side of Chicago. Right now, you tuned in to GoodfellowMedia.com. Drink more water.
All right, well, Mick, thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks for having me.
I know you've been incredibly busy. I'm going to try to get all fandom aside and try to give you a real interview. But if you catch me slipping, feel free to veer me back. Off top, the most important thing that I wanted to get out to the world was, how many projects do you have that are already done and you've given to the world personally?
6.
6.
Yeah. Killing Them Softly, For What It's Worth, Hot Crunchy Cheese Curls,
Mixtape.
The Mixtape, The Pursuit of Happiness. Damn, Trees and Truths in the Waters is 7.
So did we just figure that out here?
Yeah.
There's 7.
Yeah.
Now, what rate are you working that you put out 7 tapes and you forget how many tapes you put out? Right?
A lot, man. As soon as the tape is done, you know what I'm saying, it's what I assess, you know what I'm saying, as to what I can do better. And when I was doing those first 4, 5 tapes, it was unpolished. It was releasing it to friends, and I wasn't really seeing any influx of attention or exposure growth. So it was like, all right, right back to the next one. It's not like I wasn't pushing it the right way. I didn't know how to push a tape. You know what I'm saying? So I was confused as to why I wasn't getting the feedback that I wanted. And since I couldn't figure it out, I was like, all right, let's do some more music.
Now, I know this is probably a question you get all the time, but I have to ask, because not why the concept for the waters, but what's the origin of it? Because I hear it in a lot of the other projects, alluding to ginger ale and water, but where does it come from? At what point are you in the studio and you're like, yo, this is the concept?
Initially, a friend of mine came up with this concept, the healing component. He's not a rapper. It was for a mixtape that he was going to do, though, and he never did it, and I was going to take the idea. He got really upset, so I didn't use it, and I just started thinking from that point, what is the healing component? And God and water were the only 2 things that I felt like were worthy enough to be called that, and I just chose water. It was a lot of plays on words that I could do, and the concept is real broad. Ginger itself has healing properties. My granny used to give me saltines and ginger ale whenever I had a sick stomach if it wasn't nothing serious. So with water and pushing that whole healing aesthetic, it just fit in. I capitalized on it, and I feel like in the future, if I don't do too much overkill, it'll be able to provide some opportunities for me in that realm. Sort of similar to how early Wiz fans, you feel me, like you heard Bombay. And
Bombay and Jam, you play a win. That was the formula. That was the potion back then.
Ginger ale for the hoes and the champagne flutes. Tell one of them come pour me a glass.
I want to change the way people think. I want to get in people's heads. I want to force you to think about things. And I feel like a big aspect of artists like that, with that goal, it lacks in that replay value, in that wanting to bump it in other settings rather than all right, I need to listen to this. So Makonnen, Migos, or anybody else that you want to name, those artists, no disrespect, those artists getting hot for the short periods of time that they do so often tend to. There's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about why those songs are so catchy, why people gravitate to it. I say this.
There's a formulaic value.
Yeah, I said this before, and I say it all the time, that there's a difference between, there's a song that will stay in your head because you hear it on the radio all day, and then there's a song that will stay in your head because you hear it on the radio all day, and it's also a sentiment that you identify with. It's something that you want to say, something that you like to say. And I try to figure out what those words are, like saying, I don't know, let's get ratchet, as opposed to saying let's turn up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference there. The double cup, the water ship slow, using the double cup was definitely intentional, but it was also a part of the metaphor. You know what I'm saying? Like, lean's double cup because it's heavy and it could go through the cup. And this water needs to be double cup because it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but things like that, ginger ale for your hoes, I don't want they souls. Fuck with me, family. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that I put in the music by paying attention to other shit. And those are things that fans, even though I don't say fuck with me, family anymore at all, and fans still come to me yo, fuck with me, man. It's just you know what I'm saying? That's stuff that sticks with people, and that stuff is intentional.
So I'm going through your whole body of work, and I run into Value Village, and I'm like, the fuck? This is 2011?
Yeah.
And I'm not the video, if that's where you think I'm going. I love the intro and when you order the food and whatnot. But I'm like, wait, this dude recorded fucking Thrift Shop.
Yeah.
3 years before Thrift Shop came out.
Yeah.
And this is no knock, because I know he always gets the short end of the stick. Macklemore always gets the short end of the stick in terms of concepts and him being a swiper. But where were you when Thrift Shop comes out? You know, you're like, what the fuck? I recorded that record.
That's exactly what I felt like.
Really?
It's just like, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do?
Wait, you felt?
I felt like he definitely saw the video. I mean, how would I know? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me feeling the way I feel.
Yeah.
Like,
It would. I mean, the similarities are there. You never claim to be a buyer of the higher end fashions, but you claim to give a fuck about your outfit.
Yeah.
And I think that was the MO from his angle as well.
Yeah. I peeped all of that. So that's what kind of made me feel like, damn, he probably at least saw the video.
It's a video.
But what you gonna do?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I always feel like if you take something from a well, you know that well has a lot more to provide.
Right.
So that's the way I looked at it. And I was shocked, but I just wanted your take on it. Like, damn, I wonder if he felt the way I felt when I saw the video.
Absolutely.
All right, Value Village, New York Fashion Week coming up this week. Are you going to be hitting any events or are you out of here? Do you even give a shit about New York Fashion Week?
I do, actually. I just think I'm not there yet as far as my presence being there.
Listen, and they telling you they love it, don't listen. Save money,